Sometimes I get worried thoughts about Africa and the problems there that you read about in the newspaper, and climate change and all those big global sort of stories unfolding in time. And I guess the next sort of thought in time that comes up is, what can I do? Some people will have that thought and really get up and do something and try to convince others to join them, and others will be convinced. But I think my sort of role or in life or in the story has come to be about probably because of my own conditioning, my own unfolding story, is to tell people that there's nothing wrong with them, because on the back of some of those thoughts about global problems, people will really start to feel powerless and impotent and very bad about themselves, and that their whole lifestyle is wrong. Maybe especially here in America, even with the economic problems here, they'll feel like their lives are so comfortable and compared to what goes on, and maybe they burn too much carbon and start to feel guilty. And I would say that, the story can definitely be about changing those things. But my message, I guess, would be that there's nothing wrong with anybody. Everybody is just complete and whole, just exactly as they are, and it couldn't be any other way. It couldn't be any other way. People are generally, and this is informed by my own conditioning, it seems to me people are generally very hard on themselves. Very hard on themselves. Probably especially people that end up being in a room like this, looking for something better. And because everybody is everything, there's nothing wrong. Any sort of feeling that my life is all wrong, that's not wrong either, if you see what I'm saying. Anything you happen to be thinking and feeling, doing, is just exactly as it's meant to be, and it couldn't be any other way. And a bit of distress, I suppose, comes up when I see just how hard people are on themselves. And I don't know that that's something that I would want to change, and I don't really have a goal in doing this kind of thing, but I suppose it's just a strong urge to reassure people, I suppose, that there's nothing wrong with them. There is nothing wrong with you. Whoever you are, there's nothing wrong with you. And I suppose that in my little unfolding story, when that sort of became apparent, then it wasn't the goal, mind you, but my behavior changed a great deal. Sort of things that I did could be labeled less destructive. Sort of life that I led started to be much more creative. And I don't know that it's possible to convince people that there's nothing wrong with them. But a really big conclusion I came to about my own little persona was there was never anything wrong with me. Even though I spent a great deal of time believing that there was. The whole time I believed there was something wrong with me, I did a lot of really destructive things.